Today we're going to preview the Syracuse versus Wake Forest game coming up tomorrow. We're going to look at how Syracuse stands against its competition in the ACC tournament and what it needs to do to get the job done so it can move forward on its way to hopeful NCAA tournament. So Syracuse in a little bit of trouble. They come out from that Clemson win against a ranked team, number 18 Clemson, and they come into the ACC tournament as the number in the 11th seed against the 14th seed Wake Forest. And they come in with a record of 19-12 and 8-10 in the ACC, and they know they need to get things done, definitely in the ACC tournament. Syracuse really has to find a way to win probably the next two games, Wake Forest, and then next will be North Carolina State if they win the game, and hopefully even make it to that third game and maybe win against a potential matchup of North Carolina itself. And really, I think for Syracuse to survive and to make it through this ACC tournament, they're really going to need to step up of Tyus Battle, O.J. Brissett, and Pascal Chukwu, definitely. Pascal's going to have to find a way in the inside to actually step up and find a way to dominate. He did pretty well against Clemson. Him and Marek Dolezaj definitely found success in the inside, getting rebounds, as well as Marek Dolezaj also found a way to provide some offense and some spark as a player in the Syracuse lineup. But Tyus Battle, of course, always a centerpiece of the Syracuse offense, is going to have to light up. He's going to have to come to play, and he's going to have to find a way to have some success. Also, Frank Howard, Syracuse point guard, who's struggled at times this year, but has also had success at times this year. He's definitely going to have to come to play, limit the turnovers, and find a way to get the shooting touch. Really, for Syracuse to win this game, they need to play well. They cannot play like they did 2 games ago against Boston College, where they let the Boston College sit out on the three-point line and just drain threes after threes. If they let that happen against Wake Forest, that's how they'll lose. Every game this season when they've lost, it's happened because of poor defense against the three-point. They do play a 2-3 zone, and it's expected to limit your opponent to really only shooting outside shots like threes and stuff like that. But you still got to get up on the opponent and still find a way to shut down those threes. Can't just let them continue to shoot over you, especially when they're making them. It can cause some disastrous times like we've seen here this season for Syracuse. Really, if Syracuse is going to win this Wake Forest game, they're going to have to play great defense, they're going to have to play great offense, and they're going to have to find a way to get points out of their offense. Essentially, they really have struggled on offense this year. They've had some good games again on defense, but then they've really struggled on offense. And you can't have both. You can play good defense, but if you're going to struggle on offense, you're still not going to win games. They say defense wins championships. Yeah, defense does win championships, but you still got to score those points to be able to keep up with the other team and to surpass the other team. So Syracuse needs to play a great offensive game, but also needs to play that great defensive game that they have all year. I really think Syracuse can win this game. They're going in as favorites, and I think they go in with some momentum. That Clemson game definitely gave them a little momentum, a big win at home over a ranked opponent, and they need this momentum. They need it badly because they need to start winning some games if they ever want to make it to the NCAA tournament. As I've said, I think they need to win the next 2 games, this game and the North Carolina State game, and I think even make a challenge for that third game, possibly against UNC. Really, if Syracuse doesn't win the next 2 games, I don't see them in the NCAA tournament. Right now, in my opinion, they're probably the last team out. I think teams like Oklahoma State, who just picked up a ranked over Kansas, that's who they picked up the ranked win over. And it's really gonna rely on the teams around them as well as Syracuse itself performing. Syracuse needs to win games, but they also need a little luck. They cannot have a lot of these bubble teams, the first 4 in, the first 4 out. They really need those teams to also struggle a little bit in their tournaments. But really, what Syracuse is focused on right now is not other teams, but itself. It needs to win games, and it needs to win them now. And it definitely needs these next 2. You don't win these next 2, the NIT will be your home for the postseason. I think Syracuse can do it, but time will only tell. So let's go out there and let's see what happens.